Hi there, welcome back to my channel. In today's makeup video, I'm going to be showing you how to take a cream eyeshadow called Arabian Nights and use it 3 different ways. I'm using it as a brow color on my eyes and also on my lips. And then I'm going to finish up the rest of my face using a bronzer in place of a contour. Something we don't see a lot of, but you can do it. And if you're not familiar with my channel, it's called Mindy Over 50, the word 50. And I talk a lot about makeup, beauty, skincare, and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. And if you're getting value out of my video today, I would love it if you would like, comment, and even consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit that little bell there, which will notify you when I upload my next video. So without further ado, let's get on to the tutorial. Morning and welcome. I'm going to be doing my makeup. And I'm going to be using eyeshadow on my eyes, on my brows, and even on my lips. And then I'm going to finish my face off just using my bronzer as opposed to using my contour. Let's get started. If you're not familiar with me, I'm from Seint Beauty. I've been an artist about a year now. But I've been wearing the makeup for about 2 years, and I found it just surfing online and I fell in love with it. I loved it so much that I became an artist with them. So it is a cream makeup that we customize to your own skin color. This is the palette that I'm going to be working with today. I have a color corrector right here. I have my main shade, which is amber. I have my brightening foundation, which is called White Peach. And I'm going to be using a bronzer today, which is called Bella Bronzer, okay? And the eyes that I'm using, here are my eyeshadows. You just buy the ones that you want. You pop them in your compact, whatever size compact you want. It's magnetic. They pop in and they hold right to your compact. So we have smaller compacts that hold only 4 tins. We have all the way up to one that holds like 27, okay? 3 levels, 9 on each level. So whatever it is that you need, okay? Hey, Angie, I know Angie was asking the other night about cream shadows. We don't have a lot. We have 4 of our shadows are cream, and we have total over 80 different eyeshadows, but the rest of them are powder. So, hey Janet, hi Bootsy. Okay, we are gonna start. I always like to start with my eyes, and today I'm gonna start with my brows, okay? And the cream shadow that I'm featuring today is right here, this one. It's called Arabian Nights. It's the only one of the 4 that I have that are cream, but it's a beauty, okay? I'm gonna take my little angled brush, if you can see that, and I may be looking down at my little mirror because I'm old and I can't see real well in the camera. So I'm gonna be looking down a little bit. You guys will have to just kind of ignore that a little bit. And I'm just going to start like here with my brows, and I draw my bottom line very, very lightly, okay? And you're gonna see that I don't bring my tail down very much because I have hooded eyes, and hooded eyes, you don't see your eyeshadow very much unless you get it high up above your natural crease. And in addition to that, you want to make sure you have as much space as you can between your brow bone and your lashes. So we don't want to come down here. It would make my face look droopy. So I'm using the Arabian Nights just to do my brows. It's the perfect color, and the fact that it's a cream, it just goes on so nice. Okay. And we don't have to be real perfect about that, because I'll clean it up a little bit with my brightener in just a little bit. So the other side, just to perfect this a little bit better. I'm brushing my brows down, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to go just barely a little bit along the top, which just defines it a little bit more. What do y'all think? Arabian Nights. It's good, right? Okay. Now I'm going to clean the edges up a little bit, and I'm going to do that with my brightening highlight, which is right here, which is white peach, and I'm going to use my multitasker brush. This brush is a little more dense on the end. It's a little stiff, and this one is very tiny, if you can see that. It's a wonderful brush. Okay, so I'm going to go along the high edges here, and I'm just going to outline that a little bit. Also coming underneath, it gives a nice clean definition to the brows. And underneath. Okay, and now I'm going to take that brightening highlight. I'm using it as a base too on my eyelids, and so I'm going to just take this and I'm going to just kind of feather it down. And buff out the top a little bit. All right. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put a base on my eyelids. You see how red that is? And this morning, I don't even know what happened. I poked myself somehow, probably with my fingernail or something, but I broke a little blood vessel there. So we're going to clean that up. I'm putting my brightening highlight right here on my lids as a beautiful base. It's going to cover up all the redness. Okay. See that little red area is just completely covered up. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of translucent powder only today. Usually I put it over my whole lid for the base, but I am going, since I'm using a cream shadow on the outside edge, I want that cream shadow to grab my cream base. So I'm using my translucent powder only in the front half of my lid, because that is going to be a powder shadow and I want it to blend nicely. All right, on to Arabian Nights. Now, I'm going to show you two different ways. If you use a brush, with it being a cream, if you use a brush, it's going to take you a little bit to get enough on there. And this is a very fluffy brush, okay? So on this side, thank you, Angie. On this side, I'm going to use my brush to apply it just on the outside edges. And this fluffy brush like this is going to give just a nice fluffy effect. Okay, nice and light and fluffy. You can also use your finger. Just get a little bit on your finger and you can just go ahead and touch that to the outside. You're going to get a more fuller coverage using your finger with this cream. I'm going to get a little closer so you can see. Okay? So there you go, Angie. You were asking about the coverage for the cream shadows. Okay? So can you see the difference? This one's a little darker, a little more fuller coverage. This one's a little lighter. I'm going to go ahead just to match them up. Now that you've seen that, I'm going to put a little bit more on this just so that they're even, okay? Tiny little motions, circular motions. Okay, we have our Arabian Nights on. The next shadow that I'm going to use is called Labyrinth, and it's a greenish brown. I don't know if you can see that real well, but it's a greenish brown. It's a matte color, and I want a little more control, so I'm going to use this denser end of my eyeshadow brush, and it's just going to go like right here in a V and over above the crease, actually in the crease and above the crease. We want to make sure. Now look at this. You see how my hooded eyes, my lid comes right down to my lashes? You wouldn't see anything that was on the lid itself unless you put it higher up. So head, straight ahead like you normally do. My connection keeps going in and out. I don't think I have a real good connection, but we're going to just go right here where you can see. And I got quite a bit on there, so I'm going to just blend this out. We're going to just blend, blend, blend. Now, can you see the difference? You can see the delineation, the curve of the eye. What I did was I made a new crease. Okay? Same on this side. Okay, we're going to bring this up a little bit. Here we go. And let me look at my little thing here. I think I have a little smudge there. Okay. Okay. Next, I'm gonna deepen the color with an eyeliner. My eyeliner is called Black Friday, and it's right here. Taking my angled brush, and the eyeliner is a cream eyeliner as well. So I'm taking my brush, and I'm just going from the center of my eye just over a little bit. Okay. I need my mirror. All right. Hopefully y'all can see this. Okay. I'm gonna line a little bit on the edge of my under eye right here. Just right there. And I'm gonna follow this line up like this for a little small wing. And I do that by closing my eye and just flicking it upward a little bit. See that little wing? Now you don't have to do a wing if you don't want to. I never, hardly ever did wings until I learned this trick with closing my eye. It is a game changer. I'm gonna close my eye, I'm flicking it up. Also, a lot of times people will just follow the upper lid and go straight out. It becomes more horizontal then. But by using the bottom, you're actually giving yourself a little lift. Now, this is just the little wing here, so I'm gonna kind of connect that just a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, and if you want to, you can take some just regular black powder and you can just darken this area right here just a hair. Gives you that little smoky, sultry eye look. Okay. I'm going to take the Arabian Nights. I'm going to use my little multitasker brush again, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that on here, and I'm going to go and bring it down underneath the eye. All right, last, we're using Drift. It is that light colored eyeshadow. I'm putting it right here in the inner corner with my finger. And the light will hit this and give the illusion of more space. It's got a tiny little shimmer in it, not much. Okay. Lastly, we're going to take that drift and it's going to go in the tear duct area. And on the brow bone right here. Okay, eyes are finished. I will put some mascara on my bottom lashes, but I'll do it when I have the rest of my makeup on. All right, we are now gonna go to the face. And like I said before, today I'm just gonna use some bronzer. Okay, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Usually I will use my contour, which is Astoria or Indigo, something a little darker. And that usually goes right here under my cheekbones. And then on top, it's a little lighter, which will end up making your cheekbones have some lift. But today, I am just gonna use some bronzer, and I'm putting this on lightly here, right here, with this brush, with my detail brush. And then I'm gonna switch to my blush and bronzer brush, and I'm gonna take the fluffy end, not very much on here, but I'm just gonna warm up my face with the bronzer. Bronzer just warms up your face. Contour creates a shadow, but sometimes you can mix it up and do something different. You don't always have to be exactly the same. I'm bringing my bronzer down here on my neck. Okay. Next, we're going to put my main highlight on. And just so that you can see it pretty well, I'm gonna dot it on with my fingers. You're not gonna hardly be able to see it because this is my, yeah, I was frozen there for a minute. This is my main shade, which blends into my normal skin color. So you're not gonna be able to even see it very much because it's gonna blend in. All right, and I'm gonna blend this with my detail brush. And I'm just gonna start with the lighter, the main. Okay, next I'm going to use my brightening highlight, which for me is called White Peach. It's going to go right here on the edges of my eyes right here between my brows, Cupid's bow, chin. We're just brightening a little bit the center of our face. And I'm going to contour my nose here in just a minute. Make it appear a little more narrow. And I'm going to do that with my bronzer. Now, that's still a little far apart, so I'm just getting a little bit on my fingers, and I'm just going to bring it in a little bit and diffuse it some. Then my brightening highlight is going right down the middle. And on the tip of my nose. I can take my finger and just diffuse that a little bit. Okay, let's make sure this is all blended out. All right, I'm going to take the Arabian Nights and I'm going to use it also on my lips using the multitasker brush again. I'm just lining it. Okay. And I'm going to take a little dab of, again, my brightener, just a tiny little bit. It's going to go right in the center, which kind of gives the little ombre effect. And got to top it with some gloss. I'm going to use some nude color on my cheeks. Here we go. These are all our lip and cheek colors. There's 2 levels. I'm starting to fill up the second level. And today I'm just going to use nude, which is kind of keeping in line with this kind of very natural look. And I'm taking my blush and bronzer brush. Gonna just blend that out. Then I'm going to use an illuminator. This one is called Georgia. That's my favorite one. I'm going to use the illuminator on the tip of my nose and also right here on the upper bridge, which is going to help a lot, again, with narrowing it. Then I'm going to take my blend brush, which is a brush that you can use for really light coverage. And my illuminator is going to go on my cheekbones, the high points, and a dab on my Cupid's bow. Lastly, I'm going to use a little bit of powder just to kind of set this a little bit. You may or may not want to powder, but powdering will set it and also give a nice softer finish. And there you go. Finished look. I hope you like it. I hope you got value out of this today. If you did, give me a thumbs up, a like, leave a comment if you'd like, and I'd love to have you follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. I'm just growing my channel now, and I would love to have you follow me, especially if you are someone that is middle-aged to older, senior people. Yeah, my handle, Mindy Over 50, is meant to indicate that I pay attention to women that are a little bit older. Maybe they're not happy with their makeup anymore and they have to do something a little different, because by that time our skin is showing a lot of imperfections, a lot of wrinkles, a lot of different things like that. And so I pretty much want to target over 40s, over 50s, over 60s. Hey y'all, I color matched and did my mama over. My mom is 90 years old and she was tickled pink. She looked absolutely beautiful, made her feel so good about herself. And that's what life is all about. You are beautiful no matter what, with or without makeup. But when you feel beautiful, it makes all the difference in the world. It gives you confidence and it just gives you a better outlook on life when you're happy with the way you look, I think. I hope you got some value out of today's video and you learned something. If you did, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment if you'd like. If you have any questions, leave a comment or send me a direct message. I'll be happy to answer those. And if you would like to start using Seint Beauty, it all starts with a color match because it's custom makeup and we color match the foundation shades to your skin tone. Send me a direct message or you can go to the link in my bio and click on the color match button. It will take you to my form. You can fill it out. It takes about 2 minutes. And you will be attaching a makeup-free selfie to that. That's what I'm going to match your colors to, is your picture. So on the form, it explains exactly how to take that picture, and I would welcome your color match request. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.